Hey guys, my sister recently told me that if I want to look cool and impress the girls, I have to wear this, so let's see how this works out. Monster Hunter 4 Ultimate, the game with an actual story. It may not seem like much now, but at the time, getting a Monster Hunter game with a story was about as common as seeing a chicken on top of a dog on top of a goat on your way to school. Is this game worth playing in 2021? Well, let's see. The story was implemented really well. Immediately after starting the game, you meet Darren Morin, which you try to drive away. Not surprisingly, this doesn't go too well because your hunter is kind of a noob, and Darren Morin is an elder dragon. Luckily, the Guild Ace hunters come to your rescue. I always thought this was a great way to start the game, for a couple of different reasons. You see the type of huge crazy monsters that you'll be hunting later on. You meet a lot of the important characters and you get motivated to become just as strong as these guys. When I grow up, I want to be an ace hunter. Also, the cutscene is really cool. Here's a short edit that I made. After this, you join the caravan to try to discover the purpose of a strange artifact. As you progress, you unlock more towns and get quests from villagers, which makes for a pretty satisfying feeling. You're not hunting monsters for seemingly no reason, you're doing it to help out the local citizens. And in turn, they help you and your caravan. For example, in Hearth, they convert your ship to an airship, which you need to reach Cathar, a village in the mountains. This is great. It feels like there's some sort of connection between everything. And when you reach the main events with Guermingala, well, let's just say that's when things get really interesting. Every cutscene that happens is really well done, cinematic, and makes things a bit more dramatic. There's a reason why a lot of people consider Monster Hunter 4 Ultimate to be the best classic Monster Hunter game. It doesn't do anything crazy or out of the ordinary like arts or styles, but what it does do is executed pretty nicely. It added mounting, which feels great, yet it doesn't somehow break the gameplay or make hunts easier. 2 new weapons, which again feel great, yet are not overpowered or anything, and there's a nice balance between all of the weapons. And it also added ledges and cliffs, which allow for vertical attacks, like jumping off a ledge and hitting a monster. Yet the verticality doesn't feel unnatural. Now let's talk about the monster list. And oh boy, Rick and Morty Season 5 just got released. I gotta watch that as soon as I finish this video. The monster list is really epic. There's lots to love here. A total of 98 monsters, 23 small and 75 large, 23 of which are exclusive to this game. There's Molten Tigrex, Orochi Kirin, Emerald Kangalala, which are cool, but Gogmazios is where it's at. This Elder Dragon is one of my favorites. It's huge, covered in a tar-like substance, is capable of flight, and of firing a beam of super hot oil, and even has an ancient Dragonator in its back. Delamadur is also really breathtaking. It's the second biggest monster in the whole Monster Hunter franchise, has a snake-like body, and can use a powerful flamethrower-like attack. Honestly, these 2 monsters make 4 Ultimate already worth playing. After finishing the game, there's a ton of post-game content. There's G-Rank, a lot of DLC quests such as collaborations, and the guild quests, which are the main endgame activity for a lot of players. These are randomly generated quests that you can level up to level 140. But why would you want to level them up? Well, because they have a chance of dropping relic armor and weapons, which can be way more powerful than standard equipment. At level 140, you can get some crazy strong stuff, but the monsters or monster that you'll have to hunt will be just as strong. I'm talking one-hit KOs here. Basically harder than even a G-Rank. And lastly, I want to talk a bit about custom quests. These aren't actually part of the game, but there is a way to create your very own custom quest on PC, and then transfer it to your game. If you ever wanted to fight 5 or 6 Rajang at once, now's your chance. So in conclusion, is Monster Hunter 4 Ultimate worth playing in 2021? Well, this is a quote-unquote classic game, so there are load screens between areas, the combat isn't very fancy, and the graphics aren't that good when compared to something like Monster Hunter Rise, but that's just the way classic Monster Hunter games are, and if you can overlook these things, then 4 Ultimate is definitely worth your time. It's a very well-balanced game. The progression, the story, the combat, the post-game, it does everything right. To truly test out the power of these cat ears, I decided to set up a Tinder account. And I don't mean to brag or anything, but I'm probably gonna get lots of girlfriends soon. Hey guys, I didn't get any matches.